name's Will and welcome to the Distorted Transmission for this week. I've got a band from Gizzy called UNI-FI online. How are you guys?
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Could you guys introduce yourselves and, of course, your handsome drummer that's not there today?
Our drummer's missing today. His name's Genesis Burgess. So he gives his apologies, but the three of us are here
Cool.
Joining you today.
My name's Cory Garrett, lead vocals for the band.
I'm Mike Shanks, play the guitar.
How's it? I'm Ghana Goldsmith and I play the bass.
How long has the band actually been around for?
We started in December 2013, so we're going on 8 years on the saddle at the moment.
You've got a tour coming up you mentioned before. Would you like to tell me about the tour, what exactly you are touring and where you're going to be playing?
Oh, yeah, you got it. Yeah,
Common Room, 6th of November. We play at Smash Palace on the 12th of November. Then we play at the Ding Dong Lounge, which is Auckland, on the 20th of November. And then Rangiriri Hotel, which is the 21st of November. Navarro Lounge, we play the 4th of December. And Okoroere Hot Springs is the 5th of December.
You've got a home studio, and you were telling me about how you built it and everything, and you were quite keen to show it off. So, shall we do that section of it now?
We may as well.
This guy knows all about it.
Yeah. This is so our band practice room is basically a sleep out at my house, and we managed to we started recording our album at the Porch in Hamilton with Dave Rhodes as our producer, and he was a freelance producer, so he was able to be non-restricted by a studio, which was great. So we did all the drum tracks there, and then we decided to continue the album cheaper by building a studio at home to finish the album for guitar, bass, and vocals.
How much did it actually cost to build the studio? Because as you say, it's cheaper to do it at home. So how much overall did it cost?
To actually build it is a bit of a cheat for the cost, because my father-in-law's a builder and I am an automotive tutor that worked at a establishment with other builders and carpenters who had access to knowledge, tools and know-how, as well as I was also skilled technically myself with networking and electronics and things like that. So we were able to bring it all together, collect building materials for free a lot of the time, but a lot of it was the actual soundproofing and materials you can't compromise on. For building soundproofing and acoustics in the room, there's no shortcuts. Like, you have to actually buy those materials and pay the money for. So all of our cost saving was all in the normal sort of build materials. There was no cost saving in the actual materials required for sound recording and soundproofing. So this is our jam space. This is started out as our practice room, and we decided to build it into a studio to finish our album. So, to do it, we had to build a booth. The booth we could have done as an independent room, but we decided to make this room soundproof as well. So there is a 35mm air gap in the walls for this room to the outside room, and then the booth is independent again, also with a 35mm air gap. I was lucky enough to work at a place that could build me some soundproof doors out of 18mm MDF joined together. And this room has a 35mm gap with some Space Invaders in there and some seals. And as we come into here, there is no parallel walls in here to make sure there's no crazy sounds happening. Instead of putting a window in, we put screens and webcams, and we chopped a hole in the concrete floor so we could put in all of our leads and cables that we thought we might need. So for our album that we've released in December, we recorded all the vocals, all of the guitar and all of the bass in this room. Tried to save some money.
Are you also planning to, now you've got the studio, are you planning to record some new stuff?
Yep, the main idea behind the studio is we struggled very, very hard to gain or to get the finance together to make the first album, and I was thinking there was no way we could do that again to make another album. So by building the studio at home, I thought long term, at least we've got the space to make guide tracks and to do some of our stuff from home anyway.
What about practicing and stuff? Are you actually able to utilise the room to practice as well?
It's not ideal to use the room to practice and to record it at the same time, so it's quite a small space, so we use it for practicing most of the time. Then when it comes to recording, we obviously clear it out and put a couch in here and do that, but you're only doing that once every couple of years anyway when it comes to actually doing the proper tracks, and the rest of the time it's for guide tracks and for practice. and the booth makes a great guitar storage room and drums. So it's a great wardrobe as well.
Multitask.
Excellent. Who are the primary songwriters in the band?
We all do. We all contribute. We all, under the umbrella of rock and metal, we've got some subtle differences. We bring them all together. We all contribute to the songwriting equally.
Yeah, if it was me writing on my own, it would be math metal. So whereas Garner comes along, she can strip back a lot of those technical riffs and things and convert them to be a little more mainstream.
Yeah.
So she's really clever at the song structuring, restructuring afterwards. And I felt like it never took anything away from the math metal riffs I was writing. I still actually enjoy them just as I did when we first wrote them, but now they're audible to a wider audience.
Right.
The flexibility to bring ideas to the table. I think we want to emphasize our name is UNI-FI. So the four of us coming together as one to bring all these songs together, as opposed to one person having a whole bunch of songs. We all contribute on songs together.
You can end up with sort of like a too many cooks in the kitchen scenario where everyone's kind of vying for their idea, and sort of arguments can break out and things don't really mesh because everyone's trying to smash their concepts into every song, and then it just becomes a bit of a jumbled mess.
We all have like different ideas. We bring them together, and
They overlap rather than fight with each other. The ideas coming together, we end up with a better result in the end than what we could have done on our own.
but then Mama Guns comes along if I think
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
something's a bit too weird, and I'm like, no, we need to strip that right back.
Yeah, but it never takes away. It never takes away from what we initially started with. So we end up with the end result that's benefiting anybody, but there's no negative to it.
Cool. Okay, and I guess the last point is that you mentioned that you were going to be doing a music video based on one of the tracks from your album that you released in December. Is that correct?
Yeah, so the song that we've decided to go with is one of our songs called Explanation, and I've written a storyline for it, and I'm hoping to try and direct it myself with the help of my brother. But yeah, it's pretty exciting, pretty scary, and it's going to take quite a while because I want it to be kind of cool.
It's the same situation with your recording studio idea. Like if you do it yourself, you have the opportunity of doing it a few times if you make any mistakes, and it doesn't cost you anything more than just time.
It's exciting too because that song, it's going to be I guess our first official single / video attached. So obviously it's one of our songs that's better known, that a lot of our followers, listeners, fans, if you will, gravitate towards. So we're looking forward to bringing that song to light in a different perspective.
Okay, well that's about all the time we have for today. But is there anything else you'd like to add at the end of it? This is your opportunity to do any shout outs or thank yous or all that kind of stuff.
We've got a couple of CDs to give away. If anyone wants a CD, let Will know and we'll send them out.
So is it the first two people in? Is that how it's going to work?
Yeah, I reckon.
Okay, first two in, get a free CD posted to your door, unless you're local, and maybe you can go pick it up from there. All right, guys. Well, thanks very much for the chat today, and I look forward to seeing you at Smash.
Cool.
Thank
Me too. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. See you later.